Josh Allen gets this new deal. It's been rumored for a while. He wasn't that concerned about it, said it'll get done when it'll get done. Now the pressure turns to Cleveland and Baltimore, who have quarterbacks who have played very well in the same draft class as Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield. And now it's like, all right, time's up. Clock's ticking for you guys.
Stephon Diggs with a tweet. Shout out, baller. Yeah, I love their connection out in Buffalo, and they're one of the real teams, obviously, to watch in this in this season coming up in the short term, but also next 6 years, next 5-6 years in the division, which is up for grabs. Yeah. Nobody knows what's going on in the AFC East.
Nobody knows.
And now you have Josh Allen, the best quarterback in the division. You lock him up long term in Buffalo. But does this now? If I'm Baker Mayfield, do I go to my agent and say, hey, get me that Josh Allen deal? I don't think he has the 2 feet to stand on for it the way that Lamar could. You were saying that Lamar might not be able to be the guy to get you to a Super Bowl, but if I'm his agent today, I'm calling the Ravens and saying, hey, that guy up in Buffalo doesn't have an MVP. My guy does.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And I think if you're Lamar Jackson, this is good for you. This is good news for you. It's like these teams never learn. When you get these deals done early and you don't have to pay as much. The longer you wait, the more it's going to cost you. We saw that with the way it played out with Dak Prescott down in Dallas. Jerry Jones just waited, and then the number in front of Dak's yearly contract became a 4 instead of a 3. And so he gets paid. Dak gets $40 million. We saw Patrick Mahomes is at $45 million a year, and Josh Allen settles right in the middle here at $43 million per. So good news for Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson. And now we're playing the waiting game with those guys as Josh Allen gets paid.
But is it good news for Baker Mayfield because it's a reminder that he's not as good as Josh Allen?
Yes, right now, today, on Friday, August 6th. I think if Baker Mayfield continues where we think his projection is, he gets Cleveland to that next step. Maybe they reach the AFC Championship game, and a big reason for that is because of Baker's play. I think Baker can go to Cleveland and be like, hey, look, we're there. I'm here. Like, pay go time. Let's get paid.
Don't think for a moment, Brockman, that I didn't notice you coming to work and stunting on everyone today in the OBJs. I know you're an honorary Browns fan.
These
You've got the Browns helmet on your desk. You got the OBJs on your feet. You don't see those in the wild too often. Don't see those out in the mix too often.
The one thing
you also don't see OBJ out there too often. So
TJ appreciates this as well. As a person who is very into sneakers, going somewhere and knowing you're the only one wearing that pair of shoes is a great feeling.
Yeah, that's what you get with the OBJs, and I appreciate it. I see you and I recognize you. I honor you.
I'm here. I do the same thing with my New Balance. I'm fine. Okay.
Your free New Balance.
You never know. You could run into a Chipotle in the South Bay and run into Kawhi, and you guys are having a New Balance off there in Manhattan Beach or something. Has Kawhi signed a deal yet? Does he know where he's going to play basketball or rehab?
Not that I know.
Yet. We're on Kawhi watch here still. Yeah. Okay. Who's going to show up first, Kate Cannon or Kawhi?
Speaking of the Clippers, Reggie Jackson's coming back.
Oh, that's a big signing. That's a big deal.
That's a good signing.
By the way, also, I will say...
Is he getting Josh Allen money? Who makes more, Reggie Jackson or Josh Allen?
Josh Allen is going to make more in 6 games than Reggie Jackson gets for 2 years. 2 year, $22 million.
That's very sensible.
I thought Reggie Jackson was going to get a little bit more paid than that.
That's very sensible.
That's a great deal for the Clips.
For the Clippers, huh? I mean, that's like saying to your parents, hey, can I have a 12 o'clock curfew? And you go out and you come home at 11:45. You want to push the curfew. You go out, have a nice time, sensible. 2 years, $22 million or whatever. I
thought he might have got like a 342 or a 350.
I feel like there was a moment in time when everyone thought he was that kind of guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it just didn't happen for him, but he showed out in the playoffs.
He definitely
showed out. Signing. So Tsunami Papi and the guy who looks like Bobby Schmurder. It's a fun day in the NBA.
About a week ago.
It was a fun day in the NBA.
And Josh Allen gets like $1 billion to stay in Buffalo.
And if you're Lamar Jackson, you go to your agent and you say, hello. But I don't know for Baker. And like you said, with teams doing these deals early, that's the move. Well, the Rams kind of got caught with their hand in the cookie jar on that one. And they were able to get out of it, which is maybe a cautionary tale to teams about not extending the right guy.
It's the flip side to what Chris just said. You might sign the wrong guy too early.
Yeah, exactly. And I think if you look at the Rams and the Eagles, I think they kind of got caught there. They thought they were being smart. They're kind of breaking the bank, but it just didn't work out for Carson Wentz and Jared Goff. And sometimes that does happen, but I don't think that's the case with Josh Allen. I think he's the real deal.
So then what's worse then? Signing them too early and then realizing, ooh, we made a mistake, or waiting too late and going, oh, this cost us a little bit more cream.
But I think if you look at the Rams and the Eagles,
that's a great question.
It's a really good question. And I think when you look at the Rams and Eagles case by case, I think they did it the right way. You go early, you set the standard, but you do it in a way that if it doesn't work out on the field, you can get out of it. And the Rams and the Eagles were both able to get out of it. And I think they would both prefer their quarterback situation now to having who they had.
Ben Lyons in for Rich on the Rich Eisen Show. Breaking news, Josh Allen signing a mega extension out in Buffalo. I don't know. I kind of go the other way. I think if you wait a little longer and it costs you a few extra dollars, you figure it out. You'll move some money around and you'll make it happen. And then you know that that's the guy. There's we're going to give you big boy money, but we're still holding our breath. I think that's a dangerous place to be in. They know it's undeniable that Josh Allen deserves this type of deal and has earned it, and will also continue to play at that level. It's not just a contract on services rendered. He's obviously got a bright future in front of him. If I'm Buffalo, there's no question that this is my guy. You can wrap your arms around him as a franchise.
Fans love him.
Did we ever get that feeling here in Los Angeles with Jared Goff, where it was undeniable that he's our guy? I know he went to a Super Bowl. I get it. But it's different. So I think I'm going with TJ on this one. The idea of let's wait a little longer, make sure that they're the one.
And then just also pay a little extra.
Because, guys, how many times throughout your careers have you thought that was the one and it really wasn't? Turns out certain factors come into play. Daylight.
Sobriety.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.